I moved to the United States in 1961 because my family was fleeing a repressive government in Cuba. Before Castro took power, Cuba was a democratic capitalist society. And after Castro took power, he created a communist military society where people couldn't vote and all wealth was redistributed. The straw that caused my family to leave during a military coup, they used terrorism as a tool, and a child in town, and my parents knew him, they shot and killed him. I didn't really know that we were leaving because the way that we left was we faked that we were going on a vacation. So we brought very little with us because it had to look like we were going to Florida for a few days. So I was not aware that we were moving permanently. We arrived in Miami, Florida, and we were sponsored by Methodist Church, and they moved us to Pasadena, California in a few months. They had a program to help refugees, and because we came so early, we're mostly brought over by churches and plucked like in different places versus later on when people all started settling in Miami. So I don't have a sense of a Cuban culture or Cuban community. It's very odd about me versus other Cuban Americans. My community there was really different. No one spoke Spanish. I didn't understand anything anyone said. I think because we were Cuban, they thought we would be of African-Cuban descent. And so we were moved from a world in Cuba where we belonged to a country club and had many servants in our home to living in the middle of kind of a rough African-American community in East Los Angeles. And I was in a school where I didn't understand what anyone was saying because there wasn't bilingual education in those days. But just say about an immigrant that it's really hard. It's a hardship to enter a new culture and understand how it ticks and figure out how to kind of regain your footing and figure out how to assimilate in it, especially when you think you're coming to this place that's free and fair, and there's kind of this American dream that's supposed to be for everyone. And if anyone knows, it's not really true. It's an immigrant. My mother probably regrets it, and my dad doesn't. And I am very glad to be here, and even though my life here hasn't been easy, I think it would have been even harder there.